Ringing up Jonathan Smith.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Jonathan Smith at DWF Law. I'm sorry I'm unable to take your call at the moment. If you'd like to leave your name and number, I will of course get back in touch with you as soon as I am able. Thank you.
Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Yes, hello, good morning, Mr. Smith. It's Mr. Hussain here, once again, leaving yourself another daily message like a broken record. Today is message number 147. I've left you 146 previous messages from the 18th of October 2023, and today is Wednesday, the 13th of March 2024, and the time is around about coming to be just 10 to 11 in the morning, and it's now been 218 days that my brother's been kidnapped from my care. As you are fully aware that I've put in further applications to the courts, and you have responded to them, denying me a right to appeal. So you basically effectively, this has all just been a setup, hasn't it? It's just been a staged event, a joint enterprise stage event where you've all colluded and conspired in order to target and victimize me and my brother. My brother's been kidnapped from my care for the last 218 days. I'm not being charged with anything. I'm still on police bail. The very bail conditions that you were informed about. How did West Yorkshire Police inform you of my bail conditions? And that's a very key aspect, isn't it? That is a clear aspect of collusion. What right does Bradford, what right does West Yorkshire Police have to inform you of my private and confidential bail conditions, when the reality is that they're refusing to engage with me. Basically, what's happened is that because of my application to have the case thrown out in 1st of August, and also my allegations of the fraud that was taking place here, by the 8th of August, the local authority, in collaboration with the courts and tribunal services and the judiciary, have instructed West Yorkshire Police to come and arrest me and kidnap my brother. And subsequently, it is Bradford Council that have informed you of the change of circumstances, that they now have possession of my brother, and then obviously they've authorised the West Yorkshire Police to advise you of the change of circumstances. So it's West Yorkshire Police that have been the reason. That's why the West Yorkshire Police have been liaising with you. So hence why this is a joint enterprise to have my brother abducted. So when we did speak at the start of October, I informed you just basically won this case by default now, because my brother's been kidnapped. And he said, oh no, it's more difficult for us now because we're going to have to do another capacity assessment. The capacity assessment, it's always been about my brother's mental capacity assessment. As you can see from the recent information provided in my appeal applications or permission to appeal application, or further documentary evidence that I've provided, Bradford Council are in collaboration with the Manningham Housing Association, but most importantly with the Care Trust, have been desperately trying to ensure that my brother is evidence that my brother lacks mental capacity, and this is a clear hack or a fraud. My brother's never lacked mental capacity, and anything that you've got, you should have informed me about or regarding his mental capacity assessment. This whole case has effectively been the council's case to get the evidence that it needs to retrospectively justify all the villainous actions that it's done. Getting a mental capacity assessment 4 years later is not relevant, is it? My brother has obviously signed a letter saying that he does not want to partake in a capacity assessment. It's been forced through by the judges, by injunction orders, and all the rest of it in order to ensure what Bradford Council wants. If Bradford Council wants, Bradford Council gets, because it uses the public money and public authority that is fraudulently taken and abusing its power in order to achieve its objectives. We are now here, 218 days. It's a holy month of Ramadan. My brother's not seen me. I mean, how diabolical is that? You've taken my vulnerable brother who has mental health problems, who you're supposed to be acting in his best interest and his welfare, and doing things.
Time up in 10 seconds.
Doing things in his best interest, when the reality is that those are just words that you use. It's all just fraudulent. You know it and I know it, and that's why I might need to record everything, because you're clearly committing fraud here and abusing people.
Your message has reached maximum length. Message deposited. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
It's all fraud and corruption, lies and deceptions that they continue to perpetuate, and expect us to take us, or taking us all for a fool with their spiel of just rhetoric and terms. Oh, this is what should be happening. It's not. I don't care what should be happening. What is actually happening? Well, not what should be happening. What is happening? And what is happening is fraud and deception, corruption, and they're all colluding and conspiring and refusing to speak to me. Why they're refusing to speak to me and being open and transparent? Because they know what they're doing is fraudulent, but they won't stop.